This is our little Lance. This is a pickup bed camper. One of those slide-in deals. It's like a 2014, I believe it is, a 2014 or 15. Pretty new. But you can see the way they pinned all this along the top there. What they did is, see all that butyl? See right here, they ran the decal all the way up. They put it on first before they put the roof on. So the bad part about that is when we were trying to take that off, it got stuck on here. That's the decal for it right here. But we're going to straighten it out, but I'm glad we caught it before we pulled it too much. And then and this is typical, just like the other roofs on here. I think this one is a TPO roof, but it's just a cheap fleece back on here. And what the fleece is, you can see that right there, that's fleece. So we're gonna break all this apart, get it all done. They use a whole bunch of pins in here, gee whiz, look at them all. I guess they're worried about it coming out. But my guess is that there wasn't very much behind there to hold it. You can see this one here wasn't set. And here, there's another one right here that's not set. There's a same roof as a bigger camper, just obviously smaller. Got a turn bar up there we got to release. We'll peel all this up. And this is a applied foam roof. What applied foam is you can see the polystyrene foam right there. And then on the bottom side, right here where my finger is pointing, that is the plywood. And then on the top is plywood. It's just real thin. And obviously they glue the roof deck. They glue the roof deck to the top side, and the underside is where the ceiling is. So it's pretty straightforward, but that's what applied foam is. But the other thing on this applied foam, which I'm not really happy with, is, I'll show you on here. Let me jump up here real quick. Look at here. It's only about an inch right here. That's only about an inch or so, maybe an inch and a quarter. But there's no stock in there. So after a while, the weight of the air conditioner, that's just me pushing my hand down on it. After a while, it could possibly create a sag, so we may have to try to reinforce that a little bit, at least on that air conditioner. Then we got the same scenario over there on the back vents and the skylight. We may have to put something in there to at least get some screws to put in, because that's only 1/8 inch. So that isn't very thick at all. So and there's your foam. Okay, there's your ceiling section right here. That's obviously roof section there. So that's what we're working on right now. And there's a good update for this little Lancer. And we'll be back with more. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like us on Facebook. Give us a call if you got questions. We'll be back. Lance pickup truck camper here. But one of the things we were going to do is we've got that sag that we were mentioning right there by the air conditioner, and we were going to put in these T-bars right here. So we fabricated up these T-bars. That's why they're called T-bars. But we were going to try to put them in here and then glue them in. But what we realized when we opened it a little bit, got wires here, wires there, and there's a cluster of wires in that one there. So that's not going to be an option. So one of the reasons why this had failed and why it kind of has that sag is there's just not enough support going all the way across. They've got this one going back and forth. They got a grid frame going on, but there's nothing really to hold this from side to side. So what we're going to do is prop it up a little bit higher than what it is, and we're going to laminate over it, and we're going to fasten right to this whole grid assembly, but we're going to glue the heck out of it and make it harder for it to even try to bow. And that air conditioner is pretty light, but still my concern was just going down the road over the years. It's not going to be even an immediate problem, but I'm sure if I glue it down really good and get it monolithically put together that way, like in the sense of being one component, then that would work out real well. So that's what we're going to have to do. We don't have any other options for it. There's no other way we can do it without ripping the roof up completely and rewiring all that down there. And I don't think anybody wants to go down that road. So that's what we're working on right now. We're going to get all this redecked here in a few minutes and get it all fastened in there nice and good and tight, and get the roofing on it. So then the owner's going to take out, that's one of those razor type antennas, the little boomerangs. He took that out and he's going to put in a wine guard, which is a big dish. It's really big. It's a digital one, so that's what he decided to do. Other than that, that's about where we're at with it. So we'll get this thing glued right back together here in a few minutes, and we'll be back with more from RV Roof Install. Decking on this lance right here. So we're getting that there. And then what we did, you see them poles, what we did is just kind of pushed it up a little bit. When all this adhesive dries, it's going to be real tight, and it'll be hard for it to flex down. So that's what we're going to get. You can see all the adhesive we got in here. But like I said, that'll pull it together real tight. And there's a little heavier of a decking than this is actual plywood, so it'll have more strength to it than a typical Luan roof. Luan roofs is typically what they have over on here. That's a Luan roof. So to maintain the strength that we need, we beefed it up. It's quarter steel, but it's quarter ply instead of actual Luan. Luan typically has fillers in them, and it has the veneer of the Luan on one side, and then on the other, then it has a filler in there. So this is a little different. This actually has all the plies in it. Here's our Lance truck camper. We're done. We had to make up this and that piece. This is your vent, your skylight, and then a plumbing. This is all one big curb we made up. And we've got our curbs for our air conditioner. We've got a stand in the back. We've also got the flashing detail in the front, keep the front of the water out. Made some boots for the ladder right there. And then we've also got the refrigerator we did. Well, check that out. It's a little solar piece right there. You can hook up a solar panel on this if you wanted to. So we made up that little curb right there, that little pocket. And we've also got the one for the vent right here. Sorry about that blur. It'll focus out. We put this nice wine guard antenna on here. So she is done. Absolutely done. Looking good. Put these funky looking vents on there. That's what the customer wanted. Brought them in for us to put on there. But all of that's heat welded. This is a 60 mil commercial grade roof system. Double sealed right here. All that's double sealed. Weather resistant screws. Everything done right. 60 mil commercial product you're going to find on a hotel. You're going to find on an office building. You'll find on a restaurant. And then we take the time to fabricate these curbs up. Those are complicated curbs right there. There's 16 pieces to them to pull them all together, and they're all heat welded right back to the main roof. So there's no caulking, all slathered on here. You can clean this up with some Dow foamy bubbles, and it'll shine up real good. You don't have to put a coating on it or anything. There's a 20-year warranty on this roof system. So we like to see it come back so we can inspect it. There's no charge for inspections. There's a whole bunch of information on our website, rvroofinstall.com. And also you'll find plenty of videos on our YouTube channel, and our Facebook page is RV Roof Install. So you give us a call if you have any questions. Go to our site, go to our YouTube, and if you don't want to do these things twice, you don't want to do them twice. If we didn't have these curbs on here, and this is a great roof system. If we didn't put the curbs on here, this would leak. You have to have the curbs on there. That's what keeps these roofs from leaking. It's a commercial application. What we did is redesign these curbs so they function properly for an RV. So up underneath there, you'll see we've got a little flange. That's that little flange right there. And now when water is trying to travel across the roof, you get stuck in a real heavy storm and it's trying to travel, it would be this way. There's the front of the coach. But if it's trying to come around, we've got that flashing detail there, and that prevents any water from coming down to be able to get up, because you can see the front. The front is a lot closer to the curb than the sides and the rear. So that flashing detail will force the water to go down, and it'll have to push back out. These ones here that we have on the curbs, if any hard water, really, and blowing water really wants to try to come up, it's going to hit that flange on there, and then it's going to wash out, so you won't be able to get any water up in there. These boots keep everything out. It's a portable sealer. It's all commercial grade. So that's the way you do a commercial building. Same exact detail. All of this is the same. All we did was scale it down, but it's a mini commercial roof, a real one. I know there's other systems out there like a spray-on bed liner, and the fellow who owned this, He actually was scheduled to go in and have a spray-on bed line, well, basically a bed liner, but a spray-on roof until he saw what we did, and that's why he brought it here. But this came from Florida. We're up here by the Chattanooga area, so he traveled quite a bit to come on up here for it, to have it done right. But this is it. He's done. He doesn't have to mess with it anymore. Like you said, we do all the inspections, but you don't have to go around and slather caulking on there. If you had a branch hit this, we could do a heat weld patch, and it's a real easy system to work with in regards to that. So, and for longevity wise, you're going to get more out of this than you will any spray-on system, because the spray-on, one, they don't tell you what it is, so if you ever had to do a repair, you're at their mercy. This is a GAF brand product. You can find GAF products anywhere at any commercial center, roofing center across the country. 130-year-old company. So all we did was just scale everything down to make it function properly for an RV, for a camper. So give us a call, 423-475-ROOF. 423-475-7663. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and give us a call if you got questions. Lance. This is our Lance camper that goes in the back of the truck. This is what we got. We are done. We're going to make this whole component, this, and this plumbing all in one. That was challenging for sure. We got a little antenna we put right here. Got our boots in there. Trying to shoot off a ladder here so we can see it. Got a Winegard antenna right there. Our vents. We've got our flashing detail on the front. All of this is all heat welded in there. All of that is. You probably should get a cover on the back of this. I'd recommend. That's a different type of antenna. We don't have that cover, but I'd like to see a cover on that. It makes a big difference. But this is a Lance. So subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can also go to our website. A lot of information on there. Appreciate you watching. You can go to our Facebook page, see all the reviews. You can watch videos on there as well, and read some comments and things like that. If you got any questions, give us a call. 423-475-7663. 423-ROOF. Thanks for watching.